All right, we're moving along, Vlad. We got to move along. I'm already in an hour, but I got a couple more. Let me see. I got two more angles and my honorable mentions. So let's try to speed through this as best as we can. So, but another match from Full Gear. So we're at the Kyle Fletcher Will Ospreay match. So here's Kyle Fletcher coming in, who had just turned on his best friend Will Ospreay. He's wearing a crown. He's with Don Callis. I like that picture. I would frame that one.
He's wearing a crown.
I don't know.
At least you're honest. So you should come up with something. Like Tony Schiavone would have come up with something right now. or Excalibur would have said something. Why he's wearing a crown because of the things he was doing in England. Oh my God. Continue, Ken. I'm sorry.
All right, look, I gotta forward through most of this match. The full match is in the description below if you guys really need to see it and stop it and go look at it. It's like half an hour, including the ring walk, so it's a long match. But I'm not gonna go through it. A lot of crazy, good looking moves, man. These guys really put in the moves really well. I'll tell you that. The work looks good. I don't know if it makes sense. That's a whole nother story. But I'm gonna show the one spot, Vlad. If you didn't see this, this is one of the craziest spots I've ever seen in wrestling.
Okay, let me see this. I think I saw it, but yes, this is the part to talk about. And guess what? Okay, show this part first.
So Kyle Fletcher reversed some move that Will Ospreay had. To describe this for people who are on audio. So he has him in a tombstone position out on the ring apron, and the steel steps are like kind of 3 feet away from him, it seems. And he's gonna jump and do a tombstone pile driver onto the steel steps from the apron. So here he is with Will. Well, he's holding Will Ospreay, and then he jumps and fucking hits his knees on the fucking steel steps.
Dude.
And
the fuck is the point of that? Okay.
Well, that was the end of the match. At least if they were going to.
No, it was not the end of the match. That
it was pretty much the end of the match. This led to the series of moves.
No, he kicked out after that, so it was.
He did kick out, but he's out of it. He kicked out, but he's fucked up.
What are you talking about? If he kicked out of it, then that wasn't the end of the match. He's not out of it. He had to do more things after that. How could there be anything after that?
Sure, he did have to do more things.
That should have crippled him. Okay,
but the people were pretty surprised at that move. Like that move got a big pop. I'll tell you that much. So he drags Will Ospreay into the ring, who's pretty fucked up, and he puts, like Vlad says, puts a few more moves on him, talks shit, talks trash.
A few, like 5-6 moves, but yes.
5-6 moves, and then this is the finisher. He's got him like in a suplex position up on the second rope, and then drops his neck on the top rope, which got another big pop from the fans, and then that was really the ending. So another clean win for the heel. So
unbelievable. But this one's even more unbelievable. To me.
And then Mark Davis, formerly of United Empire, comes out to check on Will Ospreay, make sure there's no post-match attack, and then Fletcher and Don Callis just retreat happily. All right, so we have some ratings for this. Me and Robert, we watched it. So we're on opposite ends of the spectrum. This is the only match Robert gave 2 thumbs up to. So Robert loved this shit.
I did.
And I gave it a thumbs down. So I'm at a thumbs down. Vlad also didn't rate this. He didn't see the whole thing.
I would give it a thumbs down. I might even give it 2. But to be honest,
well, no, you didn't see the match though. What about the work? Anyways, Robert.
Yeah, the work. I've seen enough Ospreay matches to understand what happens here.
Well, stop it, Vlad. Let's not have such a bad attitude about this. Let me give Robert his time to talk. He loved this shit, so we're gonna let him speak uninterrupted about the Will Ospreay Kyle Fletcher match with Kyle Fletcher getting made here, right, Robert?
Yes. Yeah, well, I think that was the idea. He's a made man now after this match. Well, first of all, I love the match itself, right? And then the build up to it was really. I actually thought this was one of the of all the matches in Full Gear. This is one of the best built up matches, right? Had a good angle.
Yes, I agree with that too.
I did not know who was going to win this one. Every other match on this card, I had a pretty good idea of who was going to win. This one, I had no clue. I really didn't. This was a toss up for me. But yes, either one wouldn't have been a surprise. But hey, you know what? The result of this will just propel Kyle Fletcher. I mean, like you're pretty much a made man beating Will Ospreay clean, right? So I think that was the whole purpose of it. I don't know where they're gonna go from here, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a rematch. But this was well done, and I like the angle leading up to this. So that's why I gave it 2 thumbs up.
All right. Okay. What do I have to say about this? Gosh. I think I'm with Vlad. The way Vlad was saying Lashley needed a win in his premiere match to make him look good. Like, I'm still kind of in that phase where Will Ospreay's all the big shit he did was in Japan. You know, and if you want to make him look good on American television and kind of introduce him to the American viewers, I don't think they've done that enough that he can just, like, out of friendship, help make a guy famous. You know, I think it hurt him. And
you don't think so, really? Like his feuds with Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson and all them, that wasn't enough, really? Well, okay, go ahead. I thought it was, but
I don't know. I haven't really felt it. I haven't really felt that. I feel like Ospreay still can be a bigger star in this company. He still hasn't fought for the World Championship. So, you know, I don't know. I think they could have done more and then done this. If they really wanted to do this and do it well, do it in the future. But I don't know. I just also got a bad feeling about it. I think the crowd, too, was kind of flat when they did the finish. It was like, oh, really? That's what they did? Okay. So, I don't know. And then what are they going to do with Kyle Fletcher? Like, they got a supposed superstar now, right? They made a superstar. Are they really going to use him properly? That's why I'm like, is it really worth it to give Will Ospreay a clean loss of Kyle Fletcher to make Kyle Fletcher? I don't know. I didn't get a good feeling off of it like you, Robert. Like, I'm not getting that feeling. I'm being a dud here. I'm being a fuddy-duddy. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Kyle Fletcher will be a mega star. But I guess I'll give Vlad the time to talk. Did you want to say something about this, Vlad?
Yeah, I'll try to be brief. Well, I know I have a minute anyways, but yeah, I'm with Kahan for sure on this. Okay, for all intended purposes, Will Ospreay is the biggest star in AEW at this point in time. I guess him and MJF, but MJF now like kind of has the part-time thing going. So for all intended purposes, Will Ospreay is the biggest star, and to have your biggest star lose clean, I know it was a quote-unquote banger of a match. Again, not a huge fan of this type of style of wrestling. It's too video game-ish and it's insane, the stuff they were kicking out of. The stuff they were kicking out of is just logic completely goes out the window. But forget that part. Just the fact that, and I actually like Fletcher. I just want to say that too. I think Fletcher he's in great shape. He has a pretty good look, and his character is kind of developing quite well. But I don't think that as the heel, he should beat the baby face by just, again, putting all these kind of crazy moves on him and then just beating him clean, flat, 1, 2, 3 with nothing else happening. I mean, why does he have this family there and there's no interference? Why does Callis even doing there if he's not going to even interfere in the match? Like, why does... I don't know.
Yeah, use the screwdriver. I could have seen him doing the screwdriver thing and fucking winning like that. That would have been fine.
There could have been numerous ways that Fletcher could have won the match. I don't have an issue with Fletcher winning as well, but not like this again. Again, with the face is losing clean to the clearly diabolical heels. It's just insane to me. It's like the booking is all reversed to the way it needs to be. I'm flabbergasted. And we could debate on the style of match and like what is good wrestling and what is not good wrestling. Personally, I do not like Ospreay as a wrestler. That's just me. I don't like his style. I don't think that's really wrestling. But we could, I know a lot of people do love this style, and that's fine too. That's fine. It's different strokes for different folks type of situation. But as far as the booking, I'm just in awe of Tony Khan and his mind, and not in a good way.
Yeah, well, I could have given it 2 thumbs down, but you know what? That freaking tombstone pile driver onto the steel steps was crazy. And if Ospreay was going to lose, okay, at least it was on a crazy fucking move like that. So
he didn't lose to that. Again, I'll argue he didn't. That's not what beat him, but okay.
It was one of the moves in a series of moves that led to him getting put down. So
okay, that's fine. Okay.